What is Anaphe silk? Have you ever heard of Anaphe silk? This unique fabric has a fascinating story rooted in West African culture. Let's take a closer look at what makes Anaphe silk special. Anaphe silk is a type of wild silk primarily produced in West Africa, especially in Nigeria. It has been traditionally used by ethnic groups like the Yoruba and Hausa for centuries. Unlike the more common mulberry silk that comes from domesticated silkworms, Anaphe silk comes from wild silk moths of the genus Anaphe. These moths thrive on various indigenous trees, including wild coffee, tamarind, and obeche, which is a significant timber tree in West Africa. The process of collecting Anaphe silk is quite different from conventional silk production. The silk fibers are harvested from the cocoons of these wild moths. Once collected, the fibers are woven into textiles, often in narrow strips that are sewn together to create larger garments. You might find these textiles being used to make traditional clothing like the women's dress, called ipel, or the men's robes known as jibarii and agbada. One of the standout features of Anaphe silk is its openwork design, which includes intentional holes woven into the fabric. This not only adds texture but also gives the fabric a unique character. From a historical perspective, Anaphe silk holds a cherished place in West African textile traditions. Vintage pieces are often sought after by collectors, showcasing the rich heritage of this craft. Some communities still practice the art of weaving wild silk, sometimes mixing it with cotton or other fibers, ensuring that this artisanal skill continues to thrive. In the realm of sustainable and ethical fashion, Anaphe silk shines as a natural, wild-harvested material. It stands in stark contrast to the mass-produced fabrics often found in fast fashion. The production of Anaphe silk supports biodiversity by relying on wild moth populations and native plants. This aligns perfectly with designer brands that prioritize sustainability, quality, and longevity over fleeting trends. Designer brands focusing on ethical sourcing may turn to wild silks like Anaphe as an alternative to conventional silk or synthetic fabrics. The unique textures and cultural stories behind Anaphe silk can enrich collections aimed at timelessness and environmental responsibility. Incorporating Anaphe silk fits into a broader movement in fashion that seeks to use materials that are environmentally friendly and connected to traditional craftsmanship. This approach not only supports local communities but also helps preserve cultural heritage. Anaphe silk is a wild silk with deep roots in West African textile culture, valued for its unique qualities and sustainable production methods. It is increasingly relevant for designer brands looking to create enduring, ethically made fashion pieces that respect both the environment and cultural traditions.